United States had long been thought of as a land of plenty, enticing many foreigners to its shores. North Carolina had an especially attractive resource to exploit: gold.
With the success of gold mining operations in North Carolina in the early 1840s attracting migrants from regions such as Germany and countries like Ireland, there were many hardy panners hoping to strike it rich with small panning operations and localized mining in regions such as Hiddenite here, where we are. The township itself was established in 1845 by religious communities moving in to support these miners trying to make their way in the world here in North Carolina.
This is a mining cart which was used before and after the Civil War for two different purposes. Before the Civil War, they used the mining carts to transport gold found in the mine deposits up to the sluiceways, which would then be filtered out. And then after the Civil War, mining for gold had ceased because the South fell into this deep depression. This depression caused a different purpose for the mining operations in Western North Carolina. For example, Thomas Edison sent Dr. William Hidden down to Hiddenite, North Carolina, in Western North Carolina, where we are today, in order to find a new filament, which he was hoping would be platinum for his light bulb. However, Dr. William Hidden inadvertently found an emerald deposit, which was later transported by these mining carts.
I'm standing here in front of a sluiceway which was used during the mid-1800s and was normally fed by streams. So miners would usually bring dirt and sediment from down below, and they would bring their boxes that they filled up, and they would place them in this trough right here, and the water would flow down the trough, and they would be able to find gold and gems.
The allure of wealth and prosperity brought several people to the Western North Carolina region, such as Hiddenite in particular. The main people that came were immigrants from overseas, from regions such as Germany and Ireland. These immigrants would come over in attempts to find gold and other gems in North Carolina in order to grow a family here in the United States and create wealth for themselves and their family. This immigration was seen through their traditions, which they held throughout their time in the United States, and is primarily seen through their churches and religious beliefs, as seen in the Moravian Church.
Like in any other instance in history, these immigrants would bring with them their own distinct cultural values. The Moravian Church, for example, which had a large following in Western North Carolina, maintained German as its own official spoken language until it was forced to change in 1855 by a state conformity act. Even still, here in Hiddenite, distinct German cultural characteristics and Irish values can be found. With them, Germans would bring their own craftsmanship and skills that would help these communities flourish, such as gunsmithing and silversmithing.
This here is a sluiceway. Oftentimes miners would find more dirt and sediment than they would actual rocks and gems, and this is where they would place their extras that were left over.
By the 1850s, gold had become so prevalent in North Carolina that the western expansion had stopped in Western North Carolina townships such as Hiddenite, because there were so much gold and other gems found in North Carolina that they did not need to expand further to grow prosperity and wealth in the state. This resulted in North Carolina being the largest supplier of gold in the Union at this time. By the 1850s, a gold mint was established in Charlotte, North Carolina, that was designed to manufacture the gold that was found in Western North Carolina. This mint was later converted into a lead factory in the 1861 for Civil War efforts that would provide bullets and munitions for the Civil War efforts.
Following the influx of miners into Western North Carolina, other skilled laborers and women would follow them in order to create these established communities that would serve the mining better. However, these people that came would often face resentment from local Americans who had been here for generations. The Catholic Irish in particular, as a result of their faith, were resented as being here in a Protestant America.
As mentioned before, the Moravians were the most prevalent denomination in Hiddenite. Much like Salem, North Carolina, Hiddenite grew rapidly through religious homogeneity. This parallelism created two independent Moravian communities driven by religion. However, Hiddenite was also driven by the presence of natural resources in the area. Hiddenite found a niche in the gold and gem markets, which were exploited by hopeful immigrants looking for their piece of the American dream.